Hi, welcome to Chris Cook for YouTube. Today I'm going to be doing walnut apple crisp. This is a fast recipe when you want a dessert or you want something sweet. This is a go-to recipe, especially if you want to get a taste of apples in it. This is a go-to recipe. I think you're going to enjoy it, and it's really, really easy to make. So let's get started with the ingredients that you're going to need to make this dish. You're going to need flour, light sugar, brown sugar. This is to help caramelize, and granulated white sugar. You're going to need this calls for rolled oats. I didn't have any rolled oats, so I'm using apple and cinnamon since that's part of the ingredients, apples and cinnamon. I'm using apples and cinnamon oatmeal. And this is going to work just the same as if you had the rolled oats. You're going to need butter, nutmeg, cinnamon, zest of an orange, walnuts, and you're going to need 2 types of apples. Now you can use only the Granny Smith apples, but to give it a little bit of extra flavor, I'm also going to use the Honey Crisp apples. Now we're not going to take the hull off of these apples. We're just going to wash them and cut them up because that brings in additional flavor that I think you would truly enjoy. So I'm going to go away, get everything prepared, come back, put together this real easy dish. Preheat your oven now at 350 degrees. So all you have to do is pop it in and make sure that you butter your dish. Be right back. Okay, now we're back and I have all of my apples peeled. And as you can see, I left the hulls or the peelings on the apples. Now what I wanted to do is to show you this in a clear bowl, but I didn't have a clear bowl that was big enough to accommodate that. So I'm putting it in this white bowl. Now I'm going to take out, this is a half cup of brown sugar and a half cup of white sugar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out 1.5 tablespoons of brown sugar and 1 tablespoon of white sugar. Now that I'm going to use for my topping. So what I'm going to do is to put the rest of the ingredients inside of these apples. First, this is the zest from 1 orange. And that's about a tablespoon of zest. All you're doing is using the zest from 1 orange. So whatever you get off of it, that's what it's going to be. Then you're going to add in there your nutmeg, your cinnamon, and you know I will put your ingredients at the bottom, your brown sugar, and this was firmly packed, the brown sugar was, the white sugar, and this was the juice from 1 lemon. I'm sorry, from 1 orange. You want to use that juice. So you're using the zest, roughly you need 1 orange, and you're using the zest from it and the juice that you get from 1 orange. Now I'm going to go ahead and toss this together. Now you want to try to cover it as best you can. It's a fast dessert, but it's a good dessert. And I love apple crisp. And I'm going to serve it tonight with some ice cream. So I think that this should be really good. And as I told you, I think it's fail-proof. So now I have my buttered dish that's sitting here. I have a buttered casserole dish. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add these ingredients to my buttered dish. Get out the rest of those little juices that was left in the bottom. Okay. Now once I have all of that out, I'm going to spread this out all over my pan. And it only calls for 6 apples. I did use one more because I like it very appley. So it would have been, if you're going to use both apples, it would have been 2 of the Honeycrisp apples and 4 of the Granny Smith apples. But I used 5 of the Granny Smith and 2 of the Honeycrisp apples. Okay, that's all you need to do for this portion of it. Remember, I told you to set your oven already for 350 degrees. Now, I'm going to set this aside, and then we're going to go ahead and make the topping that goes on this. Be right back. Okay, we're back, so we're going to go ahead and start making the topping. Now, because I'm using a more of an instant oatmeal instead of using a rolled dough type oatmeal, this tends to be a little bit more sticky, and it does have sugar in it. If you're going to use a rolled oatmeal, then or rolled oats, you're going to need a little bit more of your sugar mixture. So you would add 2 tablespoons of your sugar mixture. So if you're going to use, you would use 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of the white granulated sugar if you're going to use a rolled oat. But I'm not doing that because I have some sugar inside of these packages. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my flour. And remember, again, your ingredients will be at the bottom of the page in the description box. I'm going to add my salt. I'm going to add my sugars. I'm going to go ahead and add my oats. And I'm going to add in here my chopped walnuts. Okay, I'm going to mix this together. And now I'm going to add to that my butter. And even though this is melted, I've had it sitting out here for a little while, so I'm going to add this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on top of my apple, because this is what's going to make my crisp portion of the apples. And it's okay to have like it lumped up some. See how some of it is coming out in lumps? If you don't want it in lumps, just add a little bit more flour and yours will be fine. And it smells magnificent. Now you want this to bake in your oven 350 degrees for roughly an hour and 20 minutes. I'm going to come back after an hour and 20 minutes and I can tell you how to determine whether or not it's done. If you tilt it to the side and your juices still look kind of watery looking, then it's not done. But as soon as your juices begin to thicken and you'll be able to tell the difference in that, then this will be done and ready for you to serve it. This is a very good dessert. Not hard to make. Really, really good. I think I got pretty much everything covered in there. Okay. looks really, really good, and it smells delicious. Okay, now that's what it looks like before it goes into the oven. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this in my oven. I'll bring you back in an hour and 20 minutes so you can see exactly what it looks like. Be right back. Okay, now we're back. And this should be ready. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. Oh, yeah, that looks really good. Now I want to show you something about these liquids. Remember I said you'll know when they're done because they'll be thickened. See how slow it's coming down? That means that it's thickened. It's thickened up. This looks delicious. Delicious. Okay, I'm going to let it sit for a minute and then I'm going to scoop some out. It's better eating not cold, but it's better eating not warm. Put it like that. So that you can actually taste it. It has a better taste because then you're able to taste all the flavors. So what I'll do is I'll let it sit for a few minutes and then I'll dish it up some. Be right back. Okay, there it is. The walnut apple crisp, and I served it up with some ice cream. Just want to show you what it looks like. If you try this, I think you're truly going to enjoy it. And as always, thank you for watching. Chris cooked for you too. Bye.